So, I am a moron, as it turns out. I'm Joao, and this is Bodega Nights, and it was a pretty good recording with Miko and Martin, but I sort of didn't hook up my microphone properly and stuff, so I had to use my backup recording, which just sounds terrible. Yeah. Oops.
Hey, I thought Martin had like a super long... There he is. Hey, welcome to channel14.com's Bodega Nights. I'm Joao.
I'm the Ironic Gamer.
I'm Martin.
And on this episode, it's the first time that the three of us are together on a Bodega Nights episode.
Just the three of us. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is the first time I was here when Martin actually spoke.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. There was a thing where like Martin would be the one that wouldn't talk, but then like a wrestling podcast got the better of him and stuff.
I think the closest was like it was after Cosmania. You were on the couch in Seema's place, but you just never ever spoke. I think you're about to say something, then we cut you off.
Yeah, I was gonna say hey, and then you guys cut me off. I was like, hey,
Yeah, I distinctly remember that.
Yeah,
it's
that
like-
move, guys.
I actually heard that, like, oh, Martin, wait. How come I don't hear Martin? Yeah, so, Martin, how was Fastlane?
Good question. I have yet to watch it, man. I have yet to see it, cause work, and it's still downloading as we speak.
Okay, so, never mind then.
Tune in to Jobber Talk for our Fastlane review! Yeah!
There goes half of our content.
Hey, dude, if you need half of our content, I can give you a full content right now. I heard
I don't
you
like
guys went
that.
to art fair?
No.
Wait, that was at
That was
Manila.
Norm.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I'm sorry.
And there goes the other half of our content.
Wait. We
Wait,
can pull
wait.
some sort of emergency somewhere.
Yes, Deadpool.
We did that last
Right?
time.
But I wasn't there.
You're never there, at least for me.
Okay. Well,
Wait,
at
there's
work
something
there
left.
was like a concert, and I didn't sing because I'm not part of the singing group. There's no acting guild there. That's for sure.
Did you wrestle?
I wrestled with my emotions because I wanted to dance. Just kidding.
And my inner demons.
So I
So
had to
how is
dance
the
alone
weather?
instead. Oh man, the weather's so fun.
Has it been raining in
put my
Manila?
headset.
Here we go, man. Has it been raining in Manila?
Actually, no. It was drizzling like a couple of days ago, but it's still fine. Like early this week, it was kind of chilly, like the past few weeks, which was good. So I don't have to turn the air conditioning on, which is good. We save energy. Energy saving thing this climate change does.
So today I can almost fry an egg on my car.
Yeah, it's been really hot in Cebu.
Sweet.
But then it started raining all of a sudden. Like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
rained really hard. And then now it's all, like, humid and stuff. Which is terrible.
And
Wait,
you have
you
Martin here
mean-
talking about, oh, it's so nice and chilly. I don't have to turn my air conditioner. Right now, my air conditioner is just struggling to keep the room cold.
Look at it this way. In a couple of days, that'll be us. Hell, it might be tomorrow.
Let's,
Hey!
you know... Let's
Today's the
not.
24th.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
right?
with the...
Isn't it Charter Day?
Yeah,
Yes.
dude. Yeah, it's
So
started in.
what is Charter Day? I mean, I heard about this.
Aren't you
like,
Aren't you the government person?
Yeah, dude, don't you live... Oh.
dude, that's LGU related territory. That's Cebu itself, so that's not me.
Yeah,
Don't
doesn't
you have a
Mandaluyong
charter
have a
date
charter?
too?
Mandaluyong did. I
Yeah.
want to ask how yours did.
Alright, so, a charter...
Today, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Alright, so a charter is the law that creates a city, municipality, whatever.
Mhm.
Because, yeah, a charter is the law that creates a city or municipality as a separate corporate entity. So basically, the Cebu City Charter is the thing that made Cebu City Cebu City. It's by act of Congress.
Oh, so dude, how are you guys been celebrating it today?
I brought my dog to school.
Oh, was there any street parties near your place, like festival?
No, generally what happens here is people don't go to work because it's a non-working holiday, and kids don't go to school. Except for me, who goes to work because office is not in Cebu City, and I brought my dog to school because dog schools don't listen to that.
Oh,
and now he's in school for 2 months, which is really strange because this is the first night I've ever not had him in my room. He's always been with me for about, at this point, 8 months straight. So this is just weird for me.
Oh yeah, you work on the island thingy.
Yes, it's called Mactan.
Lapu-Lapu City.
Because because in Visayas we have lots of island thingies. I think some government office discovered even more island thingies. At least that's what the news said.
What's it? One of my classmates lives in Lapu-Lapu or Cordova. I'm not sure, but
those are two different island thingies.
No, dude, isn't Cordova like part of Mactan Island?
No, there's like a small river that would technically separate them.
Oh.
It's so small, people don't really care. But then you realize, oh yeah, you're separate.
There is like a tiny little body of water separating. But like, so she lives in Lapu-Lapu. And whenever we talk about like where she lives, she always refers to it as the island. Like, oh, lost. Or, you know.
Well, she's close to Cordova, that would be correct. Seriously, I've gone to Cordova twice, got lost twice. I end up in some place. I actually got scared because I saw one-way roads just leading to nowhere. Essentially, I made one wrong turn, got trapped somewhere for like 3 hours.
You must. Were you near the market? Because like the traffic near the market in that general area is terrible.
Oh, it was absolutely horrible. And the worst part was I chose that day to bring the big car.
Ooh.
Yeah. I thought, oh, I missed this turn. I'm pretty sure it'll be the next turn somewhere down the line. 3 hours later, dear God, where am I? I need to find civilization. I need to find home. Where does it end? It is crazy. I didn't realize Cordova was that expansive, at least in terms of road networks.
Oh yeah. And you can see like Cebu Island from it.
Oh yeah. It's just teasing me saying, look, your home is here. You can't go here yet though, but here it is. It's just teasing you.
Like, there might be a bridge, but no.
Oh, talking about bridge, they actually are going to do it. The bridge between Cordova and Cebu.
Yeah. It's going to be like a toll bridge, right? Or something?
Yeah, it's a private thing, so government does not touch it, meaning it might be built on time.
Oh, okay.
But it can't be like a purely private sector thing. It's got to be one of those public-private partnerships or whatever.
Something like that. I don't exactly know what government's going to do besides provide permits, though.
What's it? It's a build, operate, transfer. That's usually like the scheme that a lot of these public works projects do now. Sort of like the MRT in Manila.
Okay, yeah, I've always been wondering how that works, because they said the MRT is privatized, but I don't exactly understand how that works.
Yeah, so it's a partnership between the private sector and the public sector. Martin, this should be in your wheelhouse. This is not not
PPP.
LG stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Wait, I have my notes. It's upstairs. You know that ironic thing when you have when your OJT is about PPPs and you forgot what it meant?
That sounds like a sexual harassment case.
Public-private partnership or whatever.
Yeah, because as you said, there's BOT and then there's other methods aside from BOT, like instead of build, operate, transfer.
Yeah, but
keep forgetting those.
But then they're all like substantially the same thing depending on who's in government, right? Like it's all just pretty much somebody in the private sector builds the thing, operates it for a little while, or manages it for a little while, and then transfers everything to the government after a few years.
That's true. Or there's it can also be the other way around. If government says, well, don't quote me on this. I don't have my notes. I'm not the best Paul Echo student in my batch.
But you're the one who got a job.
Ask my professors. Ask my profs. I'm the only one who helped make history last year. And they can stick it to their... Oops! Oops! Oh, God. I'm sorry, guys. Can we cut that off?
I like how Martin's like slowly turning to evil Martin.
This is not yet my ninth month, so I can't turn heel right now. Okay? I should still be bumbling babyface, you know? Yeah, I'm like being a wrestling nerd here right now, so y'all can judge me, even though I'm not in the industry, you know?
Are you, what's it? Nah, we shouldn't be talking, I shouldn't be talking about your employment.
Wait, don't talk, don't speak. All I can say is, I'm in the public sector.
And
what
was it? Public service is a public trust.
Yeah, I cannot divulge any information of what will happen in the next year or this year unless it involves you guys clicking on our Patreon page and liking us on our Facebook and following us on our Twitter. And you can also join us on our Google+. I assure you that we are telling AG to edit it. Right, AG?
Now that you bring it up, man, like Patreon, we actually have a Patreon page. Please, like,
Woo!
Please help us unsuck Channel 14.
I'm totally back. Yeah,
hey, what's up?
What did I miss?
Nothing at all. Silence.
Okay. I'll totally hear it though when this downloads, right?
And so, like, speaking of the Patreon page, right? Channel14.com. Like, it's we have like a link to the Patreon page there. Or you can go to patreon.com/channel14 and yeah. When we get more people, like, you know, committing to give us a little bit of cash. Well, fine, not cash. Because that'd be kind of weird if we got like cold hard cash from somebody. We'll start doing like the rewards and stuff.
Okay. But yeah,
Can one reward be like, you know, can one reward be doodling on that guy's face when he falls asleep?
Yes, we can. We should.
Can we have like a that guy knocked out counter? It's like every time he just falls asleep, you just have something just pop up, ping, ping.
Yeah, that guy is Norm, by the way. That was his tag. That was his gamer tag when he played Call of Duty.
Pretty sure that's still his gamer tag until now.
I think he doesn't really play Call of Duty. We don't really play Call of Duty. Yeah, I'm sure he's still that guy, but then we haven't played... Oh, yeah, you guys do the Let's Play thing.
Yeah, we also play on Steam.
Oh man, I miss playing Steam with you guys.
What's the last game you played with us, Martin? I don't even remember anymore.
Wings of Icarus.
No, not Wings of Icarus. It was something. It was like Guns of Icarus. There you go. Not the wings, but the Guns of Icarus.
How come we talk about guns instead of wings? Isn't Icarus that? Okay, I'm not.
Dude, how else is he going to fly? He needs some guns right there.
Okay.
But that is a fun game. Last time I played it, I think I was with my friends. All I remember was we were doing absolutely horrible for like 3 hours. And for some reason there was barely anyone playing, so we'd have a rotation for about 12 captains. So we would see the same person like every other match. Then it hit the point where we were just so bad at it, because this is the first time my friends played, that one of the captains said, "Oh dear God, I have Bodega in my team. Can one of you guys switch out?"
Ouch, man.
I was like telling, I'm very, very sorry. Everyone here right now is really new, because my level was high, then all my entire crew was like level 1, level 1, level 1.
Hello and welcome to Jobber Talk!
But it was fun though. I think at least we went down fighting. I think the very last match we said, screw it. Flamethrowers everywhere. And amazingly, we won that match. And quickly we left.
It was like what was it? It was like when we played Battlefield Vietnam.
Man, I missed that.
That was so much fun, dude. The maps with the flamethrower.
Oh God! Once you found a flamethrower, everything just went awry. Because the flamethrower, the idea was you're supposed to slightly just like tap it every now and then just to get a small ball flame. But no, you have Joao here coming out there going, I'm a fire bat!
Yeah, dude. I mean, what else are you supposed to do? And it was like, what, camping at a spawn point, right? So it felt like, Zerglings.
The Viet Cong were just coming out there like... They were actually coming out of a hole. They had like one of those Viet Cong holes that they can spawn. It's a spawn point they can make.
There's literally a hole?
Yeah, it is a Viet Cong hole that you can use as a spawn point. They have an ability. They can create a spawn point anywhere, which you can destroy.
Yeah.
And I guess, and just to add to the weirdness to this, that happened to also be a stage that had a whole bunch of Vespas.
Yeah, dude.
And imagine, we had the Bodega guys, including Mike, with flamethrowers and Vespas, and you could sit 2 people on this Vespa, the driver and the guy with the flamethrower on the back.
Yeah, and I just feel like I have to mention this. The Viet Cong during the Vietnam War, or the Vietnamese Civil War, if you want to be more proper, had the series of underground tunnels, and they had these little, manhole-sized things, maybe a bit smaller, where they just sort of popped out and like ambushed the South Vietnamese armies and the American armies. So, I just felt the need to say that way nobody sends us an email to bodeganights@channel14.com. See what I did there?
Also, if you wonder why there are Vespas, this was actually based on history, where the French brought in Vespas. And when the French brought Vespas, they realized, hey, we need to weaponize this. So they placed a 40mm cannon onto the Vespa, or probably even bigger.
Okay.
It was not the smartest of contraptions, nor the most effective of contraptions, but it was French.
That map, though, did we play as you play as the Americans or the French?
We played as the Americans, because remember, every time we played the French, it never ended well for us.
Yeah,
not
but
one bit.
I would argue that particular map didn't end up well for us either, because the flamethrower shenanigans pretty much made sure that we lose, right? Like, flamethrower, oop, I'm out of name.
No, actually, in fairness, we actually won that one. But I think we won because at some point I just started trying to I stole one of their tanks and just started going around in circles.
Oh, damn.
Because
wait,
that was the only thing that could kill us was they had a tank there and the flamethrower did nothing to the tank. But
it doesn't matter, flamethrower.
But because they'd have this
DMP,
which was a Russian amphibious vehicle that had holes, so the flamethrower could actually get in the vehicle and get out everyone. But the tank could not get hit by the flamethrower.
But flamethrowers are cool.
I'm just glad we never found a stage that had both the flamethrower and the helicopter. Because I'm pretty sure we have never moved forward beyond that.
Yeah, because even if we're supposed to use RPGs or whatever to take on the helicopter, flamethrower!
We're gonna take another helicopter. I'm gonna burn down that chopper with a flamethrower. Oh gosh, it just actually that reminds you that the other map we played in we called the Delta Force map, just because it was an entire city. There were Blackhawks, and I think it was Norm and Mike who found out you could blow out one of those drains and enter through the sewer.
Oh yeah, that was so much fun. We had the CQB thing going on. Right, check your corners.
And that was I think that was the first and only game I ever had with you where I had 0 kills, 0 deaths. I was on the chopper for the entire time, lugging John around with the minigun, because John cannot fly a helicopter. He cannot. I remember that one time he stole my little bird, did a 360, crashed it partially, and ran away, leaving me to fix it. He doesn't even say anything. Gets in, smashes it into the ground, runs away.
Hey, that sounds like a good catchphrase. Enters, 360, leaves.
360 Sorry.
Whoops.
But gosh, those were back in the days when LAN was still a major thing. I hope LAN comes back. Non-console LAN. Which is apparently called the System Link system from Xbox.
They have that System Link thing going on, which is LAN.
Pretty much.
Those are just like Ethernet. Are those Ethernet or?
I think it's LAN
Like-
cables. I think it's like actual LAN cables. Yeah.
Okay.
It goes into a hub and they just connect. So it's essentially, hey, we removed LAN from PC, but don't worry, the console peasants will get it.
Yeah. So you pretty much have so it's the same as the PC where you all just hook up to a server. It isn't like a mesh network.
I don't think so because like when I used it, that seemed to be the setup. Last console I actively used was the PlayStation 3, and prior to that one was the Nintendo 64.
Oh, dude, remember when I brought that console when we were like in 5th year, and then we played that oversized wrestler game?
Is that when we had a projector as a screen?
Yes. No,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
Those are always fun. Like, yeah.
Remember Michael Cole versus Jim Ross? Hell in a Cell.
The thing, I remember the first time I played a wrestling game, I did not understand that. I had played Street Fighter 2, 2 Mortal Kombat games, Killer Instinct. Then my cousin introduced me to WWE Raw or something. I forgot exactly what it was. I did not understand the concept. Like, I saw a life bar. It's like, your life bar is 0. Why didn't I win? No, why are you lying down on me? Stop it! Stop it!
Because it's like real wrestling. You thought you get to win by skill. No. Only when Vince McMahon tells you to win, you win.
You win because of creative.
When creative has nothing for you.
And if you don't
I'm
do
afraid
that,
I have some bad news.
the ratings are down. You know that means yes.
We gotta continue doing what we're doing.
Do you think that's
Sorry,
how
we
they're...
need-
That's how they are, though. It's like, I'm not a big fan of some of the booking decisions they've had in the past, like, couple of months.
Right now, Shane O'Mac's back, and guess he's facing at
That is
WrestleMania?
so weird. That is so weird.
I
That
know,
is so
right?
weird.
It's
Why?
like-
Why?
I know why. Why Taker? That's an easy win for Taker.
I don't know. How's the social media buzz for it?
Well,
Weird. I think
most
everybody.
like it because he's back, but the match, why?
Yeah, and this is probably going to be Taker's like last WrestleMania, right?
You know what I'm thinking? It's gonna be Swerve. It's not gonna be, Vince's son versus Undertaker.
Okay.
Think about it. If they're really pushing for that, it's like saying you want to see Roman Reigns fight Triple H for the... Wait.
Wait. You see, bad booking decisions. Really bad booking decisions.
What next? Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. Well, I actually like that match. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to that one.
I
That
somehow
would
feel
be
like
nice.
DC's doing a similar thing with their whole. Let's start with a Justice League style movie, find out who's popular, and push his movie more.
So
Batman.
that's their fast lane.
You know, because it's
Batman
like the
versus
exact opposite.
Superman.
It's like the exact opposite of Marvel, where we will start with these little individual hero movies, then bring out the Avengers. DC's like, people will watch Batman because Batman, Superman's awesome. Now let's introduce everyone else at the same time and see who loves what.
They forget that everyone loves Adam West.
Adam West,
Maybe
Batman.
not Batfleck. Yeah.
Well,
Adam West.
What's in it? Warner Brothers, though, they have that luxury because like Marvel Studios was pretty much working with nothing when they came out with Iron Man. Like, who did they have really? Right? Iron Man, Thor,
Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America. So like these heroes weren't the X-Men, Spider-Man, or the Fantastic Four. So they sort of had to build them up individually. But then with the Justice League, the very nature of their heroes being like iconic entities or whatever, like they can sort of afford to lead with a Justice League style movie because you don't really have to worry about introductions. Or they're just trying to catch up with Marvel Studios.
I would honestly love a Teen Titan movie. That would have been interesting.
Yeah.
Or a Titans movie. I mean, that would be just a big change. I mean, people recognize the characters, but it's an entirely new flavor. Because Justice League feels like there's just so much expectation for it.
Right. Man, I get this feeling that I get this feeling that we're going to be like massively disappointed by by Dawn of Justice.
Yeah, here's the good part for me. I'm not a DC fanboy, so the hype, it's cool. I mean, I've gone
Your
through
hype
worse.
is acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, I was so hyped for X3, right? You know,
Why?
10 years ago? No, this was 10 years ago, man.
That sounds like your own fault.
Yeah, and this was like when the internet didn't have much access to it. So, you're not telling me you were not excited about that?
I was not excited about
We
it.
didn't see that coming. That
Yeah, I
it's
wasn't
gonna suck
very
that
excited.
bad.
I wasn't very excited about X3 when it came out. I wasn't, to be honest, I wasn't a fan of the direction of Bryan Singer, right? Of
Yeah.
Bryan Singer's X-Men. Like,
Me, I kind of liked it, and
Yeah.
then he left, midway. That's why that wasn't Singer's X-Men, The Last Stand. I think it was
God,
Ratner.
that was horrible.
Was it Ratner? Yeah, Ratner was the one, right?
I've never seen a movie where they decided to kill Scott Summers that quickly.
because he was on Superman,
spoiler.
right?
Yeah, that's why it actually connects to the next Bryan Singer movie, which was Superman Returns. Jean Grey transports Scott Summers into the body of Jimmy Olsen, who gets his wife or girlfriend stolen from him by Superman, played by Brandon Routh, who's now the Atom in Arrow.
Yeah, that's weird.
I
But then
do find
back
it funny
to-
that way. Yeah?
No,
go
going
ahead.
back to the original, X-Men Bryan Singer movie, right? Like, I was one of those people that, remember there was that little throwaway line, like, what would you prefer? Yellow spandex? Like, remember that line, right? Justifying
Jim
why,
Lee.
yeah. Like, justifying why they don't dress up like the X-Men characters that we know and love. Like, I was one of those people that was like, hell yes, I'd love to see Wolverine in, yellow spandex over his...
Yellow, blue, yeah.
over his
Black.
Undertaker, like, when he went through his biker phase sort of look, right? Like,
That's true.
I mean, that's what I loved about the Deadpool movie was Negasonic actually had a more old school looking X-Men costume.
Oh yeah, it's like the standard X-Men kind of uniform, right? The yellow and black.
But did they tease like on the original Wolverine uniform? Like I remember a picture somewhere or a screen or something where they showed off the old uniform, the yellow one, the yellow and blue for a live action something. I do not recall
Whoa.
entirely. But I think Wolverine's supposed to have one more film right before Hugh Jackman says, I'm out.
Yeah.
yeah, he has
Wasn't
like
that-
one more solo movie.
Didn't they have that picture before X-Men Origins? No, not Origins. What was after Origins, where Wolvie was in Japan? The one that didn't suck that much.
That's true, but I mean, that's not saying much also.
Yeah.
I mean, I was so bothered by Silver Samurai in that film. It felt really... Yeah.
That X-Men Origins movie, like, I am a sucker for, like, what they did with the opening sequence, like those first 10 minutes of the film.
Okay, yeah.
It was, like, some of the most amazing, like, superhero movie sort of shots or whatever, sequences, right? Like, them going through history, doing the mutant thing, right?
Oh
Like-
wait, him and Sabretooth?
Yeah. That was
That
like
mean-
one of the best openings ever. Like almost as good as the opening of The Watchmen.
It completely dwarfed the rest of the film. It's like, all the most awesome scenes I will want to see. Nope, that's not gonna happen. It felt exactly like Pacific Rim, where they talk about all the awesomeness. Now we'll go to the end, where everything's like just 3 robots.
So yeah, it's like Team America then, the origins of Wolverine, him and Sabretooth. You know why? Because everybody needs a montage.
Okay, because they're Canadian.
Yeah, montage.
It's like Team America, but Canadian.
Montage!
And with no apologies. But yeah, that was an amazing scene. But I hate that when there's such a great scene and the rest of the movie just seems so... Yeah.
Hey, Will.i.am tried his best to be an actor. He tried his best.
Do you think
And he
when...
got killed.
You think when Will.i.am like passes away, do you think he'll become Will I Was?
Well, he was alive in that movie.
You think he'll be like in the tombstone, born Will.i.am, died Will I Was. Just be like, That'd be the only line.
That would be a really cool, like, gravestone, dude.
Like, yep, that's where he is. Oh god, I didn't understand that. I mean, the first time I heard like this name is William. No, it's Will I Am. Why?
Because he is Will.
No, he's William. It's like Florida. Get it? Florida. It's
When
really
you
how I
rap-
realized what that meant. Like, after knowing that name for 5 years, I think it's one of you guys who told me that.
It's Florida.
Oh, now I know why he's Florida. Florida.
Yeah, dude, my rapper
Awesome.
name, Man Illa.
Not worry, there are a number of those names I just realized like later on. Like, wait, what? It's like those
Wait,
things, like
wait.
the
Yeah.
childhood moments where you did not realize this, and you look back, look at that. Like the Animaniacs. Seriously,
Yeah, I was
tried
about
watching-
to say the Animaniacs.
I actually rewatched it. I think the entire like first or second season. I think a year or so ago. As I watched it, like I watched this as a kid. Wow. Okay.
Hello, nurse.
I need you to go Fingerprints. No.
Oh,
No.
Like
my.
wait. This is I was
so
looking
funny.
at this like. I was like, okay. I watched this as a kid. I found it funny. Why did these things not pop up? I did not notice any of these things.
Yeah, so Martin, it was Did you watch the Animaniacs as a kid?
No, I only watched Pinky and
Oh,
the
okay.
Brain when it
But yeah.
was after that.
There was
But
this one
I know
scene.
that.
There was this
the
one
Prince?
scene.
Yeah, Prince, the singer.
Yeah, but then like they needed to get fingerprints, as in like forensic analysis. Right? We need fingerprints, and then what's the name of Dot? Right, Dot comes
yeah.
in with
Dot has
with
him
Prince.
Has him on her arms.
Do you think our listeners even know who Prince is? Or is that something that we have to like describe?
Can we put the YouTube link on the show notes? Because I always watch that before.
What, fingerprints?
Yeah, that specific scene. The only episode I know of Animaniacs.
In fairness, I refer to that just because most people know that one.
Yeah,
Hello,
me too.
nurse.
And I see those guys in Freakazoid, the Animaniacs, because they're the same studio.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers.
I mean, as a kid, I watched some really weird stuff. Like the two strangest shows. I don't know why my parents allowed me to watch it. Like the first part was, Ren and Stimpy and Beavis and Butthead. And I actually watched a few Beavis and Butthead. It was actually pretty brilliant for its time. It was like that generation's like South Park, except a little different. It still was a social commentary on things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am Cornholio. I need some heating from my bunghole.
I know, Ren and Stimpy, like, first time I watched it, I was 9, and it was kind of weird, kind of scary. I don't know why.
I like Captain Toast. The one that I found actually freaky, like Ren and Stimpy was weird, but I actually found Rocco's Modern Life to be really the strangest one.
Really?
Oh,
I
yeah,
kind
that
of
was
like that
really
one,
weird as
though.
well.
Like, when I compare it to Ren and Stimpy, I can actually watch it. Ren and Stimpy was kind of
Remember
scary.
that one like superhero, like I forgot his name. Then he'd
The
like
nipples of the future?
yeah, he'd like jam his. It's like it'll fly out and just stick the guy in the eye. And that one time, like, there's a bad luck. I think, like, Rocco was bad luck. And he's like, oh no, my nipples are out of control. Run, people. As I watch it, like, what the heck is this? Wow.
His eyes were
maybe-
stuck on his nipples.
Or maybe at that point, I just understood that sort of humor more. So it seemed more twisted to me than Ren and Stimpy. But I found that to be more bothersome to me than Ren and Stimpy ever was.
Yeah. I mean,
was
like,
like-
going back to the fingerprints thing, right? Like, I mean, as a kid, I guess we found it funny because at the time it was just totally non sequitur.
Yeah.
Like, how very random. Lol, Deadpool. But, but then, like, now that we see it, like, yeah, there is this sort of logic. And I would imagine that that's how you were when you were viewing Rocco's Modern Life. Because we were a bit older when that came out here.
Yeah, because
So we
back
started
then
to-
everything was like what 5-8 years delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, we got Ren and Stimpy early. Or I watched Ren and Stimpy.
No, we got it early. I
When
think
I
it was
was,
part
like,
of
young.
NTV or something. Same with Beavis and Butthead, or it was along that line of hours.
I saw
yeah,
Rocco in Nickelodeon when it went here in Sky Cable.
Heck, I didn't know
1999.
SpongeBob was a '90s thing. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we saw it 2000 already.
Yeah, it was like 2000. I saw that thing like in high school and part of college more than I ever saw it. I don't even remember the elementary.
Oh, grade 5 I saw it, but it's year 2000, man. Like, it's already 2000. Lol, 90s kids.
Kids these days.
But gosh, do you think that that's a sign of a good show that you enjoy it at if you can watch it at different points of your life, it'll mean completely different things? Is that a sign of good writing or just pandering to like a weird audience?
No, it might be good writing. I don't know. Does Choky Chicken mean anything to you
Yeah, it
guys
means
aside
yes,
from
it
a
does.
fictional, food place in
No, that
Rocco's
is
Modern Life?
that is not a food place at all. Choking the chicken is
Shaking hands with the president.
Okay,
Bleeding the lizard.
I see. Oh gosh, we have to keep it PG.
prepping the
Yes.
jackhammer.
Yes,
what was it though?
Yes. What else was in Rocco?
Well, there's also that time
Mr.
he
and
worked.
Mrs. Big Head.
No, well, there's also that time
Yeah,
where he
Big
worked
Head.
as a phone operator.
Oh yeah, baby, baby, baby. Oh baby.
I guess it is like good writing though. Like it's shows like that are designed, I think, such that adults can watch it with their kids without being bored.
Huh, okay,
know?
that makes sense. Because, I mean, like, original cartoons and things were meant for adults. Because they were generally just shown in movie houses from the 1920s onwards. I mean, even Flintstones and Jetsons, these were meant for adults because they had cigarette commercials in them.
Yeah, they were straight up sitcoms, right? Like
Yep,
more or less.
animated sitcoms. Then, I think the only time things started being made for kids was, the Sesame Street period.
Then like later on though, like with a 4 or 5 year old kid, I wouldn't mind say watching episodes of Rocco's Modern Life with young children because I know that they won't get the self pleasure references.
You
While
hope
at-
so. You mean you hope so. Like, I've seen some of the younger generation, I mean, a little older than my nephew, but they see this and they're laughing and they seem to understand, like, oh, no. Not till you're older.
And then, like, I
You're
would
not supposed to
think, though,
understand
that-
these references.
But
Get
I
off
would
that
think, though,
Miko.
that when we laughed at some of the stuff on the Animaniacs as kids, older people were like,
I mean, I guess. But I guess times were different then. That the being able to access things. I mean, a thing I found amusing about my nephew was he does not really watch television at all anymore. He literally goes on YouTube and does on-demand videos, and he watches content that's not made by big things. It's always made by YouTubers. He chooses when to watch it, what to watch. I just watch it. I just look at him like, wow, this is so weird. I remember when I would set my alarm at 6, like, oh, I have to watch this though, because if I miss it, I'll have to try to get the rerun. Or I'd have to check the TV schedule when something's on the show. And I actually remember that's how I got homework done, just simply because, well, nothing shows at this time. I might as well do something else.
yeah.
How times have changed.
Indeed.
I mean, I actually even brought that up with my dad. I mean, what analog thing is left that the younger generation uses that's not books?
Pens.
Pencils.
Okay, like entertainment.
Erasers.
That is not... Wait, what? Okay, those like fancy erasers, yeah, those are cool. Why do they still have those? Those like weird designed erasers. Those were awesome.
Action
Oh
figures.
man. Yes, they
They still
never
put-
go out of style.
Really, I don't actually remember any kids, at least at my nephew's age, still playing with action figures.
There's still toy stores.
Yeah,
They're
but
still
I see...
in business.
I mean,
People are buying.
I buy action figures. My friends buy action figures. We're in our late 20s, 30s. Some of them are in their 40s. We're the ones who are buying lots of these action figures.
Even the girls,
Well,
little girly
I'd
toys?
still give them to like
Yeah.
you know,
Because
a
like
nephew or a niece or whatever. I'd be like,
Me too.
here you go.
lots of
This
my
is
nephew and
Captain
nieces,
America.
they get like the infinity things where it is a figure that you stick onto your console so you can play games with that character.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
kind of
so-
want to buy
well,
that stuff too. It's
There
like,
though, I mean,
yeah.
we could argue that the amiibo is the new action figure.
Yeah, and it's
But
keeping
it's
it
not
alive.
an action figure. I mean, this is an action figure that needs you to plug things in. I mean, there was a no batteries included, but this so do you have a television console and all these other things running? I love
look
the
at it,
concept,
oh.
but it's just weird.
No, think about it this way. They can hold it, right? It
It's
has the
analog.
shape of the
Yes,
characters. And, okay, they used to play it when they have the console. They have this thing right here where they have to put it, right? It's like the
Yep.
Amiibo or like Sky Raiders as well.
Yeah.
If brownout hits, they can still play with it. Though I kind of say it's risky because if they want to play with it, they might have to, hit each other's infinity toys.
Oh god.
Just like how
I
we do
shall
it when
make
we're
these
kids.
two characters fight, smash them into each other.
Yeah.
I shall make these two
man.
characters kiss, smash them into each
And
other.
to each other. Yeah, they can still do that.
Everything was essentially smash these things into each other in various forms.
Yep. So they can still enjoy it like how we used to enjoy it as kids. If they don't have electricity. Or if they're bored.
I love how
think about
Martin's saying
that.
maybe they will play with analog. When the power is gone, what choice do they have?
Yeah. Or when you give it to their littler brother or sister who has no idea how to play a console yet, they can do that.
Man,
It
those
works,
kids,
man.
they're the ones. Those kids, they're playing the iPad.
Oh, cripes. Yeah, that's right.
I have like a niece that's no, a nephew is like 3-4 years old. He's playing on the iPad, and a niece like 5 years old. She's playing and watching her shows on the iPad on demand.
On demand?
Yeah,
How demanding.
quite so. Which
Oh, man.
which has created a really weird. You know how there's the whole now generation. I think that's like supposed to be like the people in freshman year right now, where they try to get things as fast as possible. Wow, no, like the new now generation for like the kids. I have never seen kids so bratty in my life. Their concept of patiently waiting, wow, it is like minutes or seconds.
I don't
You're
know.
just, I have this feeling that you're just, you just have grumpy old man syndrome. Because I'm pretty sure that, like, my parents, when they saw me as a kid, I've never seen children so impatient in their entire life. His idea of waiting for some time is not being able to sit down for more than 5 minutes. It's just a thing that kids do.
That's true. And if you're talking about like young kids, like not yet puberty, most of them don't even have grasp of time, like seconds or minutes. Like I remember when I was 5, I was on horseback with my dad. Horse was going so fast. I said, okay, 5 minutes more. This is too fast. I counted up to 5. I thought that was 5 minutes. That was 5 seconds.
I would like to question, what is the backstory to this? Where were you on a horse, and was it amazing?
Wait. Good question. It was in like Tagaytay, I guess.
Did it
And we
taste
were
just
on the
like raisins?
horse track. Oh, I guess.
Did you give it a lick?
I didn't. I heard I had to pull on something, but I said, "Ooh, that's dirty." Do you think so?
That was a weird ass video.
I know.
It's
Damn
not.
you, Mike, for letting me find that out.
It was not
hey, he's
the
online.
It was not like the Badgers of the generation, but it was still pretty weird.
Oh yeah, badger, and then
Mushroom.
Badger,
Nothing
badger.
like making people, our listeners who might be really young, wonder what the hell are these people talking about? What are these badgers and mushrooms? Do they mean honey badger? Because honey
No.
badger is awesome.
Oh god, we can totally make a new meme now. It's been what, a decade? So if I say, if you don't know what chocolate rain is, your childhood wasn't awesome. Wah.
The song Chocolate Rain bothered me so much.
Me too.
For two
kinda
reasons.
like
One,
it.
it sounded like Montezuma's Revenge, and the other part of this, I don't know if the song was supposed to be about racism or something.
Chocolate rain.
But according to the guy,
Pull out of the mic to exhale. sweetest autumn morning on the
Chocolate
chocolate rain.
rain.
A baby boy, I forgot the lyrics of the song Chocolate Rain.
I mean, it was such a weird song, and I feel like because his voice just sounds so amazing, like, this has to mean something. But I think it was like a year or two, or like 5 years later, where he finally admitted, "Oh, the song has absolutely no meaning. It was just a series of things that sound really nice."
So you're telling me like a song like that won't have meaning? You're telling me like Bop doesn't have a meaning?
No, Umbop does have a meaning.
See?
Because
So I
you
have faith
plant the
that
seed,
there's still meaning to
You plant the
Chocolate
flower,
Rain.
you plant a rose, you can plant any one of those. Keep planting to find out
See?
which one grows. It's a secret no one knows.
Chocolate
No.
Rain has a meaning, aside from a Dr. Pepper commercial. Cherry Chocolate Rain.
Oh god, I so wish that the regular Dr. Pepper sold here, not the Dr. Pepper Cherry. I do not like Dr. Pepper in those tiny diet cans. You know, the one that says, "Oh, we're just 120 calories."
Just 120 calories of chocolate rain inside this can.
That sounds
yes.
utterly disturbing.
And that's how he
Ugh.
sings and how he talks. Very, very low.
Oh, dude, you should greet Migs Lopez in that voice.
Oh, yes. Hold on. This is a birthday greeting for one Miguel Honorico Lopez. Happy belated birthday. We are sorry we cannot make it to your Saturday shindig because of distance. Yes, distance.
If you are another person of the same name who's also celebrating his birthday, do hook us up.
Yes. Remember, we have a PayPal link and a Patreon link.